Hi ladies, just wanted to do an update. Most of you know that I didn't get a positive pregnancy test this time. I started testing and I thought I had a faint positive, but most that know me, I could probably have a blaring big fat positive from a first response, and until I get a blood test I really don't get too excited. So, and then even then I'm afraid it's a tubal, so I normally don't get excited until I know the baby is safe in the uterus and it's all right, and then we go into the whole other fears of everything else. But I started bleeding. Hold on, my seatbelt. I'm parked, but my seatbelt alarm goes off, and it's the most retarded thing ever. If I'm parked, the seatbelt alert should not be going off. So, my period showed up about a day early, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it's here. And then today, so it showed up yesterday. Today, I've had the worst cramps ever. It feels like contractions, like it was when I had my daughter and my son. Like, the contractions were really bad. And so I've been using the heating pump, and I tried some natural remedies, which have helped, actually. So, I start my steroids tomorrow morning for the next 20 days, and it should help with the physical therapy and to get more accomplished, and I'm excited about that. I plan on stopping the steroids when I'm in my 2-week wait, because obviously anti-inflammatories are not good for that. So, what's been going on? Things have been rough lately. Just stress with finances and just life. It seems like, when the crap hits the fan, all of it hits the fan. It was like my period showed up, and now we're dealing with, car needing to be fixed, money being tight, and, self-doubt of, whether we're doing the right thing and having a baby right now. And, we've been trying for a baby for 4 years, and, I guess there's never going to be a perfect time or a perfect amount of money that you'll have anyway. So we know that. It's just everything starts to creep up on you, and, there's been some strains on our marriage, and just, transitioning from military to civilian life, and him taking over the finances now, and lots of other things. So we're looking into getting some counseling and getting some tools to work through some of those things. It's okay to say that you're not perfect, and things things need work. Any marriage and any relationship needs investment, and needs work. So there's those stresses. My parents are coming November 10th through the 17th, and that's my fertile window. So we'll have to be sneaky McSneakers about that. But it'll be fun having them. I miss them, and I'm probably actually going to go up to Washington for a visit right after Christmas, so that I can see my new niece that's going to be born in the end of November, early December. So I won't get to be there for the birth this time, but that's okay. My parents are coming, and and I want to spend Christmas with my husband, so it'll work out. I start Clomid tomorrow. I do it days 3 through 7, 100 milligrams. So that is what I'm doing. I'm still on my prenatal, still doing all of that, and I guess I just start OPKing. A lot of things say that when you take Clomid, you can start OPKing like 3 to 5 days after your last pill. But for me, it's a waste of OPKs, because for me it's like I don't even start testing until like the 6th or 7th day, because I'm never an early ovulator, never have been. Like, the cycle I conceived my son, I didn't ovulate till almost 18 days after the last pill. So my period was actually like 8 to 9 days late before I even got a positive. I was testing like at 2 and 3 days late and nothing was happening. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to take Provera. And thank God I didn't take Provera when I was planning on it, that I actually just told myself to wait and be patient and took a test, and it was a positive, because I sadly would have flushed him. I mean, I would have taken Provera and not even known about it. And so my big thing with Clomid, and ladies that are taking Clomid, just be patient. It does extend your cycle sometimes, and it can make, you can ovulate late on it sometimes. So don't rush into the Provera as quickly as you want to. They actually say, if you want to be safe, do not take Provera until your period is actually 2 weeks late and there's no positive. So, yeah, because the last thing you want to do is hurt a pregnancy that's already there because you're impatient. I almost did it. So, but yeah, actually my period was a day early. So I normally take Clomid days 5 to 9, and I took Clomid days 3 to 7 this cycle, and this coming cycle my doctor wants me to do that, and it obviously makes me ovulate earlier and makes my period actually show up on time, like when my period tracker says on a 30-day cycle it's supposed to. So I'm gonna stick with that, but still I normally don't ovulate until day, I'd say 15 days after, or so, 12 to 15 days after the last pill. So I don't even start testing till a week after. But yeah, so I'm assuming I will have an update in about 10, 12 days. When I get my positive OPK, I'll do one for you and kind of let you know how I'm feeling and whatnot. And I may introduce my parents on here. They'll probably be here when I get my positive OPK. And I know my mom should be like, get on it, girl. We'll go out for coffee. So my mom's very involved in my journey and has been involved in my losses and has been a real big support. And the newest update is, depending on what life brings us, my goal is, after I have a baby and I get settled, that I will be looking into weight loss surgery. It's something that I feel is important for me. I can share a little bit about myself. I have obviously the PCOS, and I am 5'5" and 225, and my BMI is above 40. So I have high blood pressure and those kind of things, and no matter what I do, the only way I can lose weight is if I pump myself full of injections of B12 and phentermine and all that stuff. And I don't eat badly, and I exercise. So those that have PCOS can relate, and I'm thinking about actually making that change for myself after I have our miracle baby, going and doing that, because I'm sure I'll be bigger than I even am now, which I'm nervous about pre-eclampsia and things like that as it is. But a lot of people that I have discussed it with are like, well, why don't you do it now and take a break for a year and then do it later? Well, the reality of the situation is I'm going to F up my body with a pregnancy. So there's no sense in doing it beforehand, for me anyways. Plus, I hear that pregnancy sometimes can be difficult when you have had a weight loss surgery, because you're not exactly being able to eat enough food, and you're having to do a lot of nutrient supplements and drinks, because you're only able to eat enough food that, you're eating food that's less than the size of your fist, and that's not enough to give you and the baby nutrients. But that's just the research I'm finding. So for me, it's like after I have my baby, we don't want 3 and 4 and 5 kids. It's been a journey enough for us as it is. So we're going to reassess it after our first baby. We may adopt a second. We may have a second baby. So it may even be after a second baby. But it's definitely the route that I think I want to go. I think it will benefit my health and benefit a few things. And so that's a journey that's far out. But yeah, so that's what's new. So I guess I will update you in about 10 days or so. All right.